Hello everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making guacamole. I have a very special guest with us today. I'm dog sitting a little dog named Bailey. So she is here. She is so cute. She's a little Maltipoo. She's just one. So my family's dog sitting her for the next couple weeks. So I thought I'd pop on and make some guacamole. It's my favorite. It's a dill guacamole, and today is so cold. Being -20, I thought, what better way to, feel a little warm inside is to think of summer and some summer dishes. So I'm making the dill guacamole. Haven't made it since the summer, but it is so delicious and really easy to make. So we're gonna make it here this morning. So we're gonna mix everything in a large batter bowl. Comes with a nice lid, great for storing leftovers. We use it a lot. So a couple of the ingredients I don't have, unfortunately. So I will post the recipe link below afterwards because it is found on my website. It's called a cucumber dill guacamole, but I don't have any cucumber. So instead, we're just gonna use half a green pepper. So I'm just going to chop it up. So I'm just gonna cut it into slices, and then I can just cut it up. So the idea of the cucumber, if I had it, is to add crunch to the guacamole. So that's what the pepper here is going to do for me as a replacement. It also can call for jalapenos as well. So that's totally optional. I don't have any, so the flavor of the pepper will still be really good in the guac. So I'm just chopping it up, and I'll set it to the side, that way it is all done. So first we're kind of doing some prepping, kind of getting ourselves ready to make the guacamole. So we're gonna mince some garlic. So the garlic that I have still has the clove piece still on it, or the wrapping piece still on it. So I always have myself a little garbage bowl when I am cooking, and then that way I can discard all the pieces that I'm not using. So this is our garlic peeler. So you put your garlic clove in there, you roll it, you can kind of hear it crunch, and then it's going to remove the skin. So I'm just putting it in, you can hear it crunch, and the garlic's going to come out clean. And then I just easily discard of the skins inside that garbage bowl. So we're gonna roll it up. And there we go. So then I like to cut off my ends of the garlic because they're sometimes a little tough. And then they are ready to be minced when we get to that step. So first off is that we're going to cut the avocado. I hope that they are okay because the stores, as you guys probably know, the grocery stores are quite limited on their produce and all types of products, really. So I'm hoping that these avocados are okay. They're kind of misshapen, but they were the best ones that were there. So we do have ourselves an avocado tool, which works really well. I had given it away as a gift for Christmas, so I don't have it anymore, so you could just take it out like that. I forgot one of the products, scoop a loop. That's going to easily help me take out the avocado. So I'm just going to grab it in my junk drawer here, if I can find it. And there we go. So this little handy tool is really great for removing the avocado, as well as if you're using something like peppers, removing that white membrane on the inside, really helpful for you. So we're just gonna put it in here, and the avocado is not as ripe as I would want it to be, but that's okay. So we're just working it. So the avocado tool that we do have made for avocados is definitely gonna work better at getting it off the skin, but like I said, this is not as ripe as I wanted it to be. So you want to also make sure that you keep this if you're not serving it right away, because it's going to keep your guacamole fresh. So I'm just going to and I hit it, and usually the pit will come right out, but it might not today. Partially came out. So I'm just gonna keep that, and it's rolling off there now. So this side's a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna use the other end. This is really great for pumpkins, like in October, and you are carving and you're wanting to get the insides out. It's a handy little tool. There we go. But these avocados are quite hard, so it's gonna be interesting mashing them. So I'm gonna try to get the most I can off. We still have some peel on this guy. And I might just cut this piece off. There we go. So I'm just doing a small batch because it's only gonna be me eating it today. So typically in this recipe, you would probably want to do 2 avocados, but because like I said, it's only gonna be me eating it, so we are just going to do 1. So now we're going to juice 1 lime. So I have 1 lime out here. And the limes, I think they were down to like 2 or 3 at the store. So that's crazy, all the produce shortages happening. So with the citrus press, we're just going to juice the 1 lime into the batter bowl. And a good tip for you is lime juice helps kind of remove that sting if you're working with jalapenos and that kind of stuff. If you get it on your hand, especially in a cut, it really helps. The citrus press is great because it turns the fruit inside out when you're juicing lemons or fruit of any kind, citrusy. It's going to turn it inside out so you get all the juice out. So now we're gonna add it to the batter bowl, and now we're gonna cut the onion and cucumber. So we are going to place, I have some onion slices kind of already that I had cut up because we did jerk burgers the other day. So I already had some kind of sliced up, but we're gonna use our manual food processor, and we are going to finally chop up some onions. How much does it call for? So it says about 1/2 of an onion. So because I'm only making half the batch, I'll just do a little bit. So then I'm going to add these. So technically I probably didn't have to dice them up because this manual food processor is going to do that for me. So yeah, that was a job I probably didn't have to do. We are going to add, so the onion, we got the pepper, we're gonna add some dill. So I'm just using the all-purpose dill. If you wanted to use fresh dill, that'd be great as well. I love the all-purpose dill. I use dill on everything. When it comes to roasted carrots, that is my favorite way to roast my carrots. So next step is to add a little bit of salt as well. So I just have my grinders with the Himalayan salt that we carry. I'm just gonna add a little bit. You can add some pepper if you'd like as well. And I am going to mix it all together with the garlic press. Once we add the garlic, we'll mix it all together. So this is our handy garlic press. I have 2 of them. This is my older one, probably from the year 2000. Pretty old. Our new ones do come with little, what we call little Barbie brushes, so that you don't have to use a knife to go like this. But I have lost that little Barbie brush, so I'm gonna have to get a replacement brush for it because it easily takes it off and it helps you clean all the little holes. It literally looks like a brush, and that's why we call it a Barbie brush. So it easily presses. And you can add as much garlic as you prefer. If you're not a huge garlic fan, then maybe just stick with 1 clove. But I like garlic, so I'm adding 3. We're gonna add that all to the manual food processor. And we are going to put the lid back on. and we are going to finally chop all the ingredients. What's great about a manual food processor is that you can control how fine you want the chop to be because you're in control. And it's really great for hiding maybe some vegetables in things like sauces or soups if you have picky eaters, and it's texture based. So mushrooms is a big one for people I know. So I finally dice mushrooms in here to really small pieces, and then they don't even know what's in there. So we're just gonna mix it. We just go up and down. The 3 blades are just like cutting it all together. And I can have a look. So there's still a couple of big kind of pieces of onion that I want a little bit finer. Okay, so doesn't take too long, and we have it all chopped up really fine, which is so great. And now we are going to mix the the avocado. Hi, Bailey. So so my avocado, as I said at the beginning of the video, it's probably not the best for guacamole because it's not ripe yet. So it's probably going to be a bit harder to mix up. So I have the mix and mash, which is great for mashing potatoes. My mom uses it for poached eggs, lifting it out. Any type of sauce, it makes a really great whisk. And then we also have our mix and chop. So this is Pampered Chef's most popular tool. It's in 1 in 5 Canadian homes, which is so great. I use this for crumbling ground meats or stewing tomatoes. It's also great for when I mix hamburgers or meatballs. You just mix it all together because I don't really like touching the meat. So with these avocados not being ripe, it's going to probably be a bit harder to mix. So I'm just going to try my very best to squish them, but it's pretty hard. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to put the avocado right in the manual food processor, and I think we're going to have a better time with it mixing in the manual food processor. If not, you get the idea. This might have not been the greatest idea using not ripe avocados, but it's all good. And the knives are really sharp, or the blades of those knives, so it does mix up pretty easy. I'm just trying to blend the avocado the best that I can into, even if it's like little chunks, I really don't mind. I'm probably just going to eat this with some crackers or put it on my toast. So I'm not too picky. I probably should have made sure that the avocados were a bit better. So now, since everything is all blended up in here, you can see it all ready to go. We have an amazing guacamole mix. So this recipe calls for cumin because this is an older Pampered Chef recipe that released years ago, but we recently just came out with the guacamole last year. And I had never tried guacamole until like last summer because I never liked avocados. So this is amazing. It has dehydrated onion powder, garlic, there's lime juice, jalapeno, and it's not too spicy. So if you're not a fan of, spice, this is great for you. It's also gluten-free. So for this recipe, it typically calls for, so on the side it says add about a tablespoon per avocado. So since we're only using one, we're gonna add about a tablespoon. So I just have a little bit left in this guy. So it's about a teaspoon. So I'm just gonna add it. And I just opened a brand new one. So I'll add about a half teaspoon. And then I can taste it and judge from there what I need to add, if I need to add anything else to it. And I'm just going to put the lid back on, and we're just going to combine that guacamole seasoning mix until it's all blended. about our manual food processor as well is that it does come with a lid. So if you make something like salsa or guacamole in here, you can easily just keep it in here and store it with that lid and then put it in the fridge. There's measuring increments on the side as well. So if you're needing to measure something, if you're making like a smoothie in here, you can easily kind of judge where to measure to because there are measurements on the side. So this is the finished guacamole. It looks really good. So like I said, I'm gonna put it on toast. We have our everything bagel seasoning, which is new. So we could put some everything bagel seasoning on it, or I can just eat it with some crackers. And of course, like I said, if I was serving it to people and I was pre-making it, I would keep the little seed, put it in there, and then it's just gonna keep it a little bit more fresh because avocados tend to go bad very quick. So if you have any questions about what you've seen today, please let me know. I also wanted to mention too, so I have this cutting board, it's my favorite. But this morning I had cut some carrots on it, so it's kind of stained this orangey color. So a way to get the orange stain out of any type, whether any brand, any type of cutting mat or cutting board, or even your spatulas, your little white ones, set them out in the sun for a couple hours and they will turn white just like that. I've posted it a few times, but it really does the trick, and it'll bring all your stuff back to that white color. So thanks for watching and bearing with me through these through this guacamole recipe, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.